Hello, my dear friends. How are you all? Hope you all are safe, sound, and hydrated at your home. I, Syed Abdul Farah Quadri from class 10th. है. My dear friends, today we will discussing about a chapter from class 10th History Nationalism in India. My dear friends, from that very chapter we will discussing the topic the idea of Satyagraha, its meaning and Gandhiji view its significant and all three successful Satyagraha done by Gandhiji. My dear friends, what is the meaning of nationalism? Nationalism refers to feeling of love, affection and patriotic towards one's own country is called as nationalism. And those who have feeling of a nationalism in their heart towards one's own country is called as nationalist. My dear friends, let's discuss some important points and Gandhiji's view on Satyagraha. In 1915, Mahatma Gandhi returned to India as we know that he had come from South Africa where he had fought successfully the racist regime against the racist regime with a novel method of mass agitation. Racist regime means the xenophobe or regime, the authority or government against the racist regime of novel method of a mass agitation means a mass movement. My dear friend, the view of Gandhiji was that the idea of Satyagraha emphasizes the power of truth, the need to search for truth, the path of truth. Gandhiji told that Satyagraha was pure sour force, and the meaning of Satyagraha was the power of truth, the path of truth, the need to search for truth. My dear friends, its emphasis was that the idea of Satyagraha emphasizes the power of truth and need to search for truth. It was suggested that if the cause was true, if the struggle was injustice, then physical force was not required. A Satyagrahi could win the battle through non-violence. Always we did not need to be vengeance. We did not need to be aggressive. Vengeance means the revenge. We did not always have a fire of revenge against the oppressor. If someone is oppressing us, we need to know the conscience. Gandhi told that if someone is oppressing you, you need to know the conscience of the oppressor. Means need to know the reason of the oppressor. My dear friends, Gandhiji also told the Satyagrahis how Satyagrahis could win the battle. Gandhiji told that Satyagrahis could win the battle through non-violence by following the dharma of non-violence. As Gandhiji followed the dharma of non-violence means a phenomena of cosmic law or order that Gandhiji followed. That Gandhiji believed that by following the dharma of non-violence, he could unite all Indians. My dear friends, we have discussed all about the idea of Satyagraha, meaning of nationalism, and Gandhiji's view on idea of Satyagraha. Let's move further. My dear friends, now we have question that we have to explain all three successful Satyagraha done by Gandhiji. The first successful Satyagraha was done by Gandhiji in 1916, and then 1917, and then in 1918. My all dear friends, after arriving in India, Mahatma Gandhi successfully organized Satyagraha movement in some various places in India. The first Satyagraha movement was organized in 1916. Gandhiji moved to Champaran, Bihar to organize Satyagraha movement against peasants who were suffering from oppressive plantation system. In 1916, Gandhiji traveled to Champaran in Bihar to inspire the peasants to struggle against the oppressive plantation system. The peasants who are oppressed, that to cultivate the field or to sell the products at very cheap or very least price. My dear friend, in 1917, Gandhiji moved to Kheda district of Gujarat. He organized a successful satyagraha to support the peasants affected by crop failure and a plague epidemic. The peasants of Kheda district could not pay the revenue, and their demand was to revenue collection should be relaxed. In 1916, Gandhiji moved to Kheda district of Gujarat to support the peasants who are affected by crop failures and plague epidemic. there was plague epidemic and crop failure. Due to that, the farmers did not have the well income, and there was high revenue, high taxes that they have to pay, extra cesses, but they have to pay to zamindars, to landlords, to government. But they did not have, as there was crop failure, as there was plague epidemic, and they did not have a good income. So their demand was to relax the revenue, that the revenue collection should be relaxed. So in 1917, Gandhiji went to Kheda district of Gujarat to support the peasants. In 1918, Gandhiji moved to Ahmedabad to support the cotton mill workers. Their demand was to their demand was to that their wages were very low. They were suffering from low wages. As Gandhiji moved to Ahmedabad to support cotton mill worker, as they were affected from, as they were suffering from often long working hours and very low wages, very low income, very low salary, as they have to work very long, as they have to work very long hours, they have to pay extra hours, but their wages are very low. For working extra hours, they do not get any extra salary, and they work often long hours, and but they don't get the wages at good wages. They got very low wages. My dear friends, we have discussed all about the idea of Satyagraha, meaning of Satyagraha, Gandhiji view, its significant way to win the battle, and how Gandhiji told Satyagrahis that it did not need to being vengeance, always being harsh or being aggressive. We need to know the concerns of the oppressor. How Gandhiji told that, I have explained everything. And all three successful satyagraha of Gandhiji done by Gandhiji in 1916, 17 and 17, and in Bihar, Kheda district of Gujarat, and Ahmedabad. Okay, all my dear friends, thank you.